Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us for some more Real Talk Dog Talk. I'm Tori.
And I'm Barb.
For those of you who haven't joined us before, if you have any questions or comments, you can email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And if you are a regular listener and emailer, we love hearing from you and keep those emails coming in.
Today we have our usual staff, Enzo and Jim. Their fight is over now, so.
Well, it's a good thing because I don't know if you had looked at our emails, but I had a comment that specifically my voice was not sounding right on the last podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And if you recall, Jim was not in here with us.
See, we need his fluffy butt in here.
Yeah, I think he's our sounding board.
He is, yes. And he moves all on his own, so we don't need to worry about adjusting him.
Right. So I'm glad he's back. We'll have to see if we sound better than we did last week.
Yep, this is it. Now we're gonna know.
For all of you doing podcasts out there, you might want to get yourself a Shiba Inu for in your room.
That's right. They're clearly a necessity.
For sure.
Yep.
So this week I was on the internet.
Okay.
And occasionally I glance through reels when I don't want to be doing my real work.
Yep.
And I just thought this week I would bring up a few things on the podcast about how people treat their dogs, and they actually record it and put it on the World Wide Web.
Yep. It's a lot of dog videos out there.
There are. The one that kind of triggered it for me, I was looking it up this morning, trying to get a more accurate statement on where it was from and what kind of dogs they were using.
Yeah.
And I could not find it again.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they took that off or what happened. Do they take them off if they're offensive?
They can. Yep.
Well, I don't know if that's what happened or if I'm just not finding it, but it was of a dog in a country, I'm not sure which country, but a foreign country, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And they had, it looked to me to be some type of like maybe Anatolian type dog.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But it did look quite a bit bigger than the Anatolians I've seen.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure of the breed exactly. They were quite large dogs. Mm-hmm. And they had, the first view of it was with a log chain on its neck.
That sounds very uncomfortable.
Not only was it a log chain, Tori,
oh.
It was wrapped around his neck 3 times.
Oh my gosh, how much weight would that even be?
I don't know, but I mean, when I lift a heavy long log chain, for pulling cars and that, I mean, they're pretty substantial in weight.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
So then the next shot was, I believe it was a person had just a log chain around it, and then they were holding on to the other end of it as a leash or something.
Yeah.
But all I could think of was how miserable that would be to have to wear something of that weight around their neck all the time.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, you really hope that they're not making them wear that all the time. I would imagine that could cause some health issues at a certain point.
You would almost think, with the skull going into the vertebrae and the vertebrae going into the back.
Yeah.
You would think that would cause some sort of long-term damage.
Right, yeah.
And I was personally offended by it because I thought, why would they even put that on?
Yeah.
It's just, and then one clip was of this fella holding onto the 3 rolls of chain, what is it?
Log chain?
Log chain. And the dog lunged forward, and the guy kind of went with it, almost couldn't really hang on to the dog. And, I mean, everything about that video just really offended me.
Yeah.
I mean, my dogs aren't that big, but I can't even imagine doing that to a dog.
Well, and, abuse might seem it be a harsh word for it, but beating a dog is not the only way a dog could be mistreated. I mean, if you're not, doing stuff like that just seems. I mean, let's do it to you. Let's see it.
No kidding. Yeah.
You know.
I just thought that was terrible. And really, is it abuse? I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say it is.
Mhm.
Because you're not looking out for the best interest of the dog. You're certainly not concerned about long term health.
Right.
And, I'm not saying they've got to have a fluffy diamond studded collar
Right.
for them, but that was just, I mean, except.
It's one thing to have a chain around your dog's neck and something like that, but I mean that the size of that is, I mean, I,
Well,
that's not okay.
well, I've seen with the ASPCA, I've watched some shows where they're rescuing dogs and, collars will, so kind of grow into the skin around the collar or the chain, whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
and they end up with wounds around it. Sometimes it's from them growing and the collar being too tight or the chain being too tight,
Yeah.
but that does have effects on the dog's skin integrity
Right.
as well as their bone structure.
Yeah.
Um, Even like you see videos of people putting log chains to attach their dog to a dog house,
Oh, yeah.
and they're dragging this log chain around all the time. And I just think, really, you're right. How would you like it if we did that to you?
Right. That's a lot of weight hanging off of a. That's not the strongest part of a dog's build.
You're right. The neck is not, the strongest part.
So
And even those big dogs are prone to certain, genetic bone issues.
well, yeah. I mean, and just because they're big doesn't mean that they should have to deal with that. I mean,
We are having technical difficulties this week.
sorry about that, guys.
The equipment is clearly substandard. We may have to upgrade.
Yeah. I,
Okay.
I think so.
All right. We got it for a few more minutes here.
Yeah.
But so this week, I guess I am just griping about the things that I have seen on the internet with how people are treating their dogs.
Yeah. Well, I come across a lot of videos about where like you see kids climbing on the dogs and yanking on their ears and things like that. And I feel like they're supposed to be fun family videos and, oh, look, my dog's so good. But, you know, you really, I maintain you really need to teach your kids how to behave around a dog, too, because I don't think it's right to have your dog, climbed on. I mean, can't be comfortable all the time.
Well, and I too share that opinion.
Hmm.
I think some people think it's, a good thing that the dog tolerates it.
Hmm.
They don't react when the kids get their ears or step on a paw or, various things like that.
Right.
But honestly, I agree. I think that it's wrong to have a dog have to put up with that.
Hmm. Well, and it's, I do think that you should definitely, if you have your dog around your kids, I mean, they should be tolerant of some of that stuff because they fall over, they fall on the dog, things do happen. But, yeah, I just don't feel like your dog should have to put up with all of that when you're right there.
Well, and it's not like you should walk on eggshells around your dog and don't bump them or bother them or anything like that.
Right.
But I think when they're intentionally on them or kicking them or pulling the ears,
Hmm.
I think that is when the parent needs to intervene and say, we don't do that to the dog.
Right. Well, and then if the dog does nip or, react in any sort of negative way, then the dog's the problem. Well, you let the kid push it too far and you probably hurt the dog. I mean, just because it's a baby doesn't mean you can't yank an ear too hard or poke an eye. I mean,
Well, I think that is important, and I think when you instill it when they're young, the children are young,
mhm.
that, they'll be more respectful as adults. At least that's my hope.
Yeah. Well, right.
I
Yeah.
can't I can't
Yeah.
guarantee that one. Maybe Jeffrey Dahmer really loved his dogs. I don't know.
Well,
Or ate them.
no, he didn't.
Wore
I
them.
can tell you that. Yeah.
Did he wear them?
No, just killed him.
Oh, just killed them.
Yeah, squirrels
But
and
yeah,
stuff.
so
Yeah.
maybe he just killed dogs.
Dahmer did. Yeah. He collected young men.
Oh,
Mhm.
well,
So
maybe he didn't know how to treat dogs right, and that's where it went with it.
it could have been. It all starts with the dogs. I'm telling you.
And the squirrels.
And the squirrels. Oh.
There was another video I saw that not quite so extreme,
Yeah.
but this gal, and let me first say I love acrylic nails.
Yeah.
I used to wear them forever, my entire life. That was my payday treat to me, was getting my nails done.
Yep.
But I was watching a video where this gal with acrylic nails, nice pointy ones, was jabbing her dog.
Oh.
And she started back at the rear end of the dog's body and was poking it. And each time she'd go a little further up to
Mhm.
the head. She got up to the shoulder and she gave him a pinch on the skin and then went on poking it and poking it. And then at the end, she grabbed the dog's head and just shook it vigorously. And the dog didn't react really to it. And I thought, what the heck? Why in the world are you doing that to your dog? I mean, was it abuse? No, I'm quite clearly she was playing with her dog.
Yep.
But I'm not sure if I was her dog how I would feel about the shaking of the head or really the jabbing.
Well, yeah. A lot of times, I'll say it again. Let's do it to you. How would you like that? I mean, you think about it, and I get their dog. They're dogs, so I think a lot of people think, I mean, they're not people, so it's different. But do you want your head shaking like that? Let me poke you all over and then shake you up.
Maybe while you're sleeping on the couch, too.
Yeah, let's do it in the mid nap. How's that? Real nice before your coffee and all. Let's do it.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, actually, I sent that one to you, I think.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
I saw
I was
that
like,
one.
what the heck is this lady doing? But, yeah, so it goes from an extreme where they're, putting log chains on the dogs, which I'm absolutely not a fan of.
Right.
I don't like when they use log chains for, cabling their dog to their dog houses either.
Yeah.
But then you have someone who's just genuinely loving her dog and she's jabbing at it and shaking its head.
And
So.
it's like, quit. Stop.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I can't think of one of my dogs that would. I think if I shook my dog's head like that, they would just leave.
I guarantee you if I did it to any one of my dogs, they would try and wrestle me probably. They'd be like, get off my face. And, they swing at you. Okay, so.
They do the right hook thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so I could imagine doing that and getting a right hook real fast. And then, of course, hilarity would probably ensue as they think I'm playing because I started it. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to do what? Watch this. So.
Yeah, nothing like a good head shaking to start a wrestling match here at Tori's house.
Yeah, right. Do it. People's elbow.
Yeah, so, that was just something that we've been seeing kind of random ones that are a little bit kind of off on how people handle their dogs. And actually, it's really none of my business. I can't tell people how they should do their dogs when they're having playtime. But it is.
Well, I feel bad for dogs that get dressed up in costumes, even. So.
No. If I think back on our Facebook page, I believe there was a red knitted hat
There was.
that you put on Enzo that a friend gave you for him.
Well, it didn't fit their dog. Because it
So,
was too big. So she gave it to me because I have larger dogs. And It was only one time. They haven't worn them since, but I,
Do you still own them?
yeah. Yeah, I do.
So it didn't bother you enough to dispose of them.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
So your dogs are still at risk
Oh
of
yeah.
having to wear the red hat.
Well, and you know what? Now that we're talking about it, the stuff Daytrick puts on these guys. I mean, I guess I probably shouldn't say
You're
that.
being a bad example.
I am.
There's no reason to put hats on the dog
Hey,
either.
do as I say, not as I do.
I did actually buy. I was with Karma,
Oh, yep,
and I had car troubles. And up here it gets quite cold in the winter. The wind chill gets low,
yep.
and the car broke down. And I remember you came to get us, and I
Mhm.
did not have anything in the car to cover her up.
Yeah,
And she was actually shivering pretty hard.
yeah.
And of course, I had my hat, my gloves, my coat. I was bundled,
Mhm.
but I had nothing for her. So I did purchase her. It's not really a jacket, I guess, because it's a little suit that goes down the legs part way
Oh, yep.
and up around their neck, and it's made out of sweatshirt type material.
Oh, nice.
And I started keeping that in the car just in case we broke down again. So I guess I can't totally make fun
Yeah.
of the hat thing,
Yeah.
although mine was for a purpose.
Right. Mine wasn't.
No.
Uh, well, and I think those jacket things are, especially up here, it's not a bad idea if you're traveling with the dog to have that because, I mean, these guys are not built for the cold, that's for sure. So,
Yeah, they don't get a real heavy coat.
yeah. But actually, there's a girl on Facebook, and I think it's kind of fun because she gets matching hoodies with her dog, and I think it's the best ever. I wouldn't do it,
Hmm.
but I think it's super funny that they match. It's like, oh, look at you. She doesn't match her husband. She match her dog though.
Priorities.
Yeah, get it right, okay?
Yep. So yeah, yeah. So anyhow,
Yeah,
so back to the videos or the
yeah.
reels, I guess, the posts. So
I would say probably the ones that it's not like I hate them, but I think it's kind of mean when people they have these videos of, like scaring their dogs.
oh,
Like, you know, I sometimes like pop out at my dogs. It is fun. I think scaring people is hilarious. I could watch scaring people videos all day. It's funny. Okay. People are like, leave the kids alone. No, no, because they do it to us. Let's admit it. Okay. But dogs don't always get it. And it's more when like they're scaring them and like continuing on. Like it's not just jumping out at them. It's like they put a mask on and chase them through the house. It's like one in particular I could think of. It's a German Shepherd, and it is kind of I've seen it a few times, and this guy's got like a wolf mask on.
oh, I think I.
Yeah, and he runs through the house at him, and at a certain point, the dog's like, "Wait, this is," and he turns around and goes barking back at him. But it was like he was so scared initially. Took him a minute. It took him a minute to realize, wait, I'm supposed to be protecting the house. I'm going back. But
Big fat U-turn on that wolf dog.
yeah, it was kind of funny. But I think it's not mean, but sometimes I see them and it's like, oh, that poor dog. Like they're so scared.
Right.
I mean, it's just I think a degree where it maybe is too much, but
Well, I'm pretty sure if I scared Ziggy, he would just like come after me.
he might. Well, the way you scare people, a
Uh,
blood curdling scream, yeah, every
Oh.
time,
Oh.
every time. It was a ever since we were little, we scare each other back and forth. You never see it coming. Doesn't matter who you are, who's doing it. We did it to each other, and
Well, you're relentless.
oh yeah.
I mean, the way I am surprised Cody is even semi-normal because you spent his entire life growing up just scaring him all the time.
That's because he was smaller than me for longer.
He's 6'4".
Well, not now, but he
Do you
was.
scare him now?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but okay, I don't have an excuse.
right.
But he's really fun to scare though, cause he just. There was one time I scared him. It was hilarious because I wasn't even intending on doing it, and I know you've heard the story. But we were, oh, I was in my, I think maybe 20, 21 maybe, and so he would have been like 16, 17.
Hmm.
And I just came downstairs, and I saw he was home, so I came down the stairs, and Mom was at work, and I went downstairs, and I turned the corner, and I realized he had no idea I was there.
Ooh.
This is a golden opportunity. So, hey, I just saw a chance and took it, and we had these like half foot. It was really cool old house, so it had like a an archway into the other room, and then bookshelves, which I am shorter than.
Yes.
So I just stood there and waited, and then I popped out, and he screamed like a girl. I swear his feet were 3 feet off the ground. It was so funny. And then he got mad at me not only because I scared him, but because I couldn't quit laughing at the his reaction of being scared. So that was great.
Well, I love all my children. I love all four of my children, but I will say Cody screams like a girl when he gets scared.
Oh, he does. It's so funny. He is the most fun to scare. I'm almost afraid to scare Micah because he'll swing on you.
Yeah.
You got to watch out and be far enough away.
And what do you think Travis would do if you scared him?
I have scared him. He's not that fun to scare.
Oh.
He does like a and then
It's over.
Yeah. He'll laugh at you that you got him, but or he did actually Charlie horse me a couple times, but I think I really scared him.
Oh. No laughing there.
Yeah, it was too much. You know?
Yeah. He didn't scream like a girl.
Well, I got him one time when he was coming up the basement stairs, which, thinking back, it may not have been safe because, if somebody's at the top of a set, those are some steep stairs.
Right.
So, looking back, bad placement of Travis, but he didn't like that one.
Yeah.
He was mad, but that was not a fun basement, really, so I'm sure coming up from that and seeing me pop out at him very abruptly was probably... That was good.
So it's really hard to believe that Tori is bothered by scaring dogs.
Yeah, but dogs I think they don't get it as much. Like, you're scaring them and they're like Ivan, when we were growing up, he was afraid of fireworks and stuff. So I think of that, and I'm like, he was so afraid, and poor guy. I mean, it's like I said, it's the degree of scare.
Okay.
For dogs.
Yeah. So, really, scaring the dogs is not totally off the table for Tori.
Yeah, I mean, I do have one dog that I won't scare, though, but he is super jumpy. If you make any abrupt noises, he gets scared anyway, and then he'll bark. He jumps up and starts barking like someone's at the door or something, so I don't scare him even a little, because he does it enough. He already gets it enough.
Well,
So.
I think with all this talk about, different things that offend us or don't offend us, Tori, I think what's interesting is people actually make videos of it and put it on the internet because, they obviously are proud or entertained enough that they want to share it with the world.
Right. Well, and there's actually, I couldn't even tell you, it was some article, but and I think it was probably an old article, but I saw it just within the last few days, but it was some TikTok, someone put a video on TikTok, and she, I don't know if she didn't edit it or I don't remember what the deal was, but she was, abusing her dog. She couldn't figure out why people were upset and, had all these bad things to say and stuff, and it's like, well, don't, I mean, if you're doing bad things to your dog and putting it on the online, and this was like she was like smacking the dog around and stuff, like it was
What?
outright, you know. So it was just like, I mean, you, of course, people are going to be upset about that. I mean,
Someone like that shouldn't even have a dog
no,
or any pets.
no, not at all. I mean, if you can't, what an empty pop bottle is about.
If I pick up an empty pop bottle in anger,
Hmm.
if I pick up a pop bottle, an empty pop bottle in anger, I don't have to do anything with it. They just clear the room. The dogs just leave.
Right. Yep.
So, I mean, I don't think.
And that's not harmful. I mean, it's an empty pop bottle.
Now, this smacking around thing, was this like a training thing? Was she like entertained or thinking it was funny or
No, it was just an interaction. She had her dog in her video, and oh, I can't remember what. The dog moved and did something, and she didn't like it. It was like just her reaction on getting after the dog.
huh?
And so,
Good thing I don't know where she lives.
yeah. If that's how you're gonna treat your dog, then yeah, just don't have one. Um, it's not that hard to be nice to your dog. Yeah, they're frustrating, but Daytrix home.
The staff is alerting us.
Yes. He says, "My boy's home. Let me at him."
Enzo is now trying to open the podcast room door. And he's listening intently.
My son is back from his week with his dad, so it's been a long 7 days.
Anyhow, yeah, so I mean, I don't I don't even know why anyone would first of all just I mean, dogs move
Hmm.
around a room
Well, right.
and to I mean, put that on the internet, I'm just like kind of
Well, and I'm not sure if it was an accident, if she meant to have that in there or what. I'm not really sure, but it's one of those things that, if that's how you get your dog out of the room if there's going to be a problem.
yeah,
Just preventative measures here.
that's my favorite
Yeah,
thing.
I know. So it's do that. If you're going to be doing, don't take it out on your dog because they've made you mad because they did something wrong while you're trying to make a video. Put them in their kennel, shut them out of the room, whatever you got to do. But there's really, I don't know, dogs are so incredibly loyal. It's just super sad when anybody mistreats them because are just they just love you so much no matter what.
And that is true. And, I work a ridiculous amount of hours.
Mhm.
And I don't know where I read it, but it was a training article I was reading. And they were saying that, when you come home and you yell at your dogs and you're crabbing at them because you had a rough day at work or something to that effect,
Yeah.
that, pretty soon they just learn that you come home and you're yelling at them.
Right.
And that's what they expect from you. And I thought that through, and I thought that was a really kind of an eye-opening thing to say.
Yeah.
And I just started realizing that, if we come home happy and, ready to hang out with the dogs, watch a little A. Hitchcock and,
Yeah.
have a Dr. Pepper and relax on the couch with a group of dogs, that's how they're going to think of you coming home,
Right.
opposed to just being mean and crabby all the time.
Yeah.
And it's sad to think that they have to accept someone that would, smack them around.
Mhm.
So I think you really have to think about how you're dealing with your dogs. And to put it on the internet, not only are you, I'm going to just say this,
Mhm.
not only are you an asshole to your dog, but you're letting the world know you're an asshole.
Right.
So that's really disgusting. And
It
I think
is.
that about the people with the chains on the necks too.
Mhm.
I mean, I
Oh.
just, the level of disgust I feel when I see things like that is just quite powerful in my mind.
Yeah.
And I just, I guess this podcast is about me venting.
So maybe not everybody believes dogs are people too, like I do. But I mean, like I said, they're so incredibly loyal, and they do have feelings.
Hmm.
They they are there to love you and comfort you and all the good stuff. And they really don't ask for anything in return besides for you to treat them well. And it's interesting when you're talking about coming home because Enzo is kind of he can get into things when I leave, and I've tried leaving him out of his kennel before, and recently you can't keep him in that dang kennel. So
Well, not if you're tying it with a shoelace,
no,
Tori.
well, it's all bent up, but I was like, well, just for now, yeah, that's so I gave up on that and just decided, I'm just gonna make sure all the doors are closed, make sure there's nothing he can get into, and he does pretty well as long as I make sure I don't leave anything out he can get into, but I used to come home and instantly think he'd done something wrong, and I'd be like, "What'd you do?" And I never thought about that, and then I would say after a while he was doing really well, wasn't getting, it's clearly working out for him to be out of his kennel while I'm gone, and so I started coming in, and I'm like, "Were you good today?" And now he's like bouncing all over, acting like a puppy, and it makes a huge difference on your attitude. And I guess I didn't realize I was doing that.
Yeah.
But there is a big difference because I come home now. Anytime I come home, I started out with a positive attitude instead of him. But like before, when I would come home, of course, say, "What'd you do?" Before even knowing if anything had happened, shame on me.
Yeah.
Um, he'd put his head down and kind of go walking away, and why that was not nice of me. I mean, he didn't do anything. I didn't know. And so now when I come in and he has that, I have more positive attitude. Were you good today? He's just all excited. He loves it, and it does make a difference for sure.
Well, it's unfortunate that dogs have to accept bad treatment,
Mhm.
and the justification in the world is they are an animal. Well, that is true. They are animals, but they're also our pets,
They are.
and they're part of my family. So I wouldn't ever smack my kid.
Right.
So I probably would not smack a dog other than scaring him with the empty pop bottle.
Well, yeah, and that's just loud noises. So, more than anything. So,
Well,
I mean, it's it's one of those things that yeah, if you're going to mistreat a dog, just don't have them.
right.
It just
Well, I'm not sure why they want them. If they're that,
right.
I mean, if something upsets me so much that I want to hit it,
Mhm.
I probably won't want it in my house.
Yeah, that's why I
So
don't date.
you just want to smack them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't.
Anyhow,
But
so I guess we're, it's just so frustrating when you see those videos. Sometimes they're entertaining and kind of funny to watch. And, when I'm kind of getting a break from doing my computer work, I'll watch a few fun videos. And then when something upsetting comes on there, I just think that is so incredibly, I mean, for me, I find it just really upsetting.
it
I
is.
mean, it makes me angry, and I just want to go get all those dogs and bring them to my house. But I only have 5 acres.
Oh, right, that's not enough space.
But it's just so sad to see that, and I guess we're just, we are anti-beating of our animals, and I have horses, and I've seen people being mean to horses,
Mhm.
and my horses, I guess if they're naughty, I just put them back in the pasture.
Mhm.
So
Well, yeah.
I don't need to
Yeah.
beat them or whip them with anything. I just put
No.
them away.
Well, that's it. And animals, they do have. I don't care what anybody says. They have feelings too.
Well, that's what, exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you come home, they've gotten acclimated to the kind of person you are when you
Mhm.
come home. Are you the crabby person? Are you yelling at them, smacking them for being where they shouldn't be? I
Mhm.
know when I come home from a long shift, I'll try to sit down and I immediately have 5 dogs within 6 inches of my face.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And on a hot day, and they're breathing at me, you know, it's trying.
Yes.
And I think everybody experiences little frustrations,
Mhm.
but you have to weigh out, are the frustrations worth, having them around? Maybe
Right.
not. Don't do that. Don't have the animals.
Right.
For me, once everybody realizes I'm there for more than 5 minutes, they kind of find their place on the couch
Yeah.
or the ottoman or by my feet, and then we all watch a Hitchcock.
Yeah.
I'm an Alfred Hitchcock fan,
Yes.
so I love his psychological thrillers and twists. So me and the dogs watch a Hitchcock quite often.
I like Twilight Zone.
That's disturbing. That show is disturbing.
Makes sense.
I don't know. Anyhow, so we hope we gave you a little bit of food for thought here today on treatment of your own animals. I don't know what in the world we can possibly do about what is going on in the world. Some of it's in what appears to be other countries, definitely out of our range of what would I say, ability to fix it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just something that I even hate to even think we have to accept that, but
Mhm.
hopefully at some stage of the game, the world will realize that is not okay.
Right. Well, these people need to be. Something needs to be some
They need to-
reprimanded or
They
something.
need to be chained to a doghouse with a log chain.
Well, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I truly believe. Let's do it to them.
Yeah.
Let's see how they like it.
Yep.
I mean.
Actually, I think I used to say that to you kids all the time.
Mhm. Yeah.
How would you like it?
Yeah.
How
Well,
would you like it?
I wouldn't.
That was clear enough.
Yeah, well. All right. So, again, if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you'll be here for our next podcast.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.